सान्द्रानन्दावबोधात्मकमनुपमितं कालदेशावदिभ्या निर्मुक्तं नित्यमुक्तं निगमशतसहस्रेण निर्भास्यमानम् अस्पष्टं दृष्टमात्रे पुनः उरुपुरुषार्थात्मकं ब्रह्मतत्त्वं तत्तावत् भाति साक्षात् गुरुपवनपुरे हन्त भाग्यं जनानाम् अग्रे पश्यामि तेजो निबिडतरकला यावली लोभनीयं पीयूषाप्लावितोऽहं तदुतरे दिव्यकैशोरवेशं तारुण्यारम्भरम्यं परमसुखरसास्वाद रोमाञ्चिताङ्गैः आवीतं नारदाद्यैः विलसदुपनिषत् सुन्दरी मण्डलैश्च
गुरुपवनपुरे हन्तभाग्यं जनानां. Namaskaram to all the astikas. Kaliya Nartanam is, of course, I would say, objective wise, multi ways faceted. One, Krishna wanted to ensure that the water bodies in and around Vrindavanam are not polluted because Kaliya had caused extreme damage to Mother Nature. Second, existence of humans or existence of animals should cause no fear to each other. If animals can live in the forests, humans have to live in places like small cities or towns or villages. So one should not directly fear unless and until they come in contact. This snake was causing a lot of fear, unfounded fear in the people. So that had to be removed. Third, why did all this happen? Because of the garbam, that ahankaram that Kaliya had. So Bhagavan had to bring that ahankaram down. Fourthly, he had to also accept the requests made by the patnis of Kaliya. All this had to be achieved. So Bhattatri continues, Ramanakam Rajavaridi Madhyagam Paniripurna Karoti Virodhitam Iti Bhavadvachananyatamaanayan Panipatir Niragaduragaihi Samam Atimanayan Bhavadvachanani. So greatly respecting your words. Your words were respected. Atimanayan Bhavadvachanani Tvam Vraja Varidhi Madhyagam. You may go. Krishna is telling. So, greatly respecting your words. Bhattatri says, when you said something, what did you say? Tvam. Now Krishna is telling. So, we have two sets of conversations. Bhattatri says, Krishna, you did say. Somebody respected your words. What did Krishna tell? Krishna told the snake. He says, Tvam Vraja Varidhi Madhyagam. You may go to the island in the middle of the ocean. Varidhi Madhyagam. Ramanakam Yatra Pani Ripuhu. So there is an island, beautiful island called Ramanakam, where the serpent foe, Garuda, exists. So there is a foe called Garuda who exists. So he is the one who doesn't like the snakes. But there, where the serpent foe Garuda will not harm you. Though he is there, he is in and around that place, he will not harm you. See, there are two places here. One is this particular lake where Garuda cannot come. Why can't Garuda come? Garuda cannot come here because there is a shapam given by Saubhari Maharishi. So taking advantage that Garuda cannot come because something will happen to him, Kaliya started disturbing Mother Nature and caused that fear amongst the people there. But there is another place where Garuda can come, but still he will do no harm to you because you have been blessed by me. So Paniripuhu na karoti virodhitam. He will not do any harm to you. Iti Panipatihi Niragat. So thereby, after having heard these words of assurance because of Krishna, now you may be wondering, how will Garuda not harm Kaliya? Because in Bhagavatam, which Vedanta Deshika also concurs is when Bhagavan was dancing on the hoods of the snake, Krishna's Shankha Chakra Rekha got established on the hoods of Kaliya. So when Garuda sees it from the top and he sees Shankha Chakram, he will do a namaskaram and leave. He won't even bother what kind of a being it is. So he says, Na karoti virodhitam iti phanipatihi niragat. Thereby the chief of the serpents departed. Samam uragaihi. Along with the other serpents. He did not leave that place just alone. He said all the other serpents have to leave because these waters have to be made usable, very friendly for the residents of Vrindavanam. Samam uragaihi. Phanivadhujana dattamani vraja jwalitaha radukula vibhushitaha तटगतैः प्रमदाश्रु विमिश्रितैः समगथाः स्वजनैर्दिवसावधौ फणि वधूजन दत्तमणिव्रज ज्वलितहारदुकूल विभूषितः. Now all these dharma patnis of Kaliya, they presented Krishna. As bhaktas, you offer whatever you have little towards Bhagavan. Phani vadhujana datta manivraja. Phani, snake. Vadhujana, the wives of the snakes. Datta, they gave. Mani Vraja, it is believed in literature. Now don't ask me in reality if snakes have some priceless, resplendent gem. It is a belief in the literature of the ancient days that there is a certain money, a very, very resplendent gem that snakes possess. So, Datta Mani Vraja, that was given to Krishna. Jwalita Hara Dukula Vibhushitaha. Now, Krishna strung a beautiful garland with those resplendent gems given by the wives of those Kaliya snake. So, Jwalita Hara Dukula Vibhushitaha. Tvam Samagathaha Divasavadhau. So, at the end of the day, you too rejoiced. You were also happy that you had brought some peace and prosperity to the existing people of Vrindavanam, thereby not harming Kaliya's family as well. You had sent him away. Swajanaihi Tatagataihi, your own people, Krishna, Swajanaihi Tatagataihi, who had gathered by the banks of river Yamuna, because there is a river, now there is a lake. So there is a gap, right? In that place they had gathered. Pramadashru Vimishritaihi. So Vimishritaihi, they started shedding Pramadashru. So Ashru, tears of joy, because one, Krishna was saved for them. That was a big relief. Krishna is there. Krishna survived Kaliya's bite. Second, of course, Kaliya had moved out of that place, so it will bring a lot of relief for the cattle, for the cows, because they can consume the waters. Pramadashru Vimishritaihi, says Bhattatri in this particular shloka. Then he continues, Nishipunastamasa Vrajamandiram Vrajitumakshama Yeva Janotkare Swapati Tatra Bhavacharana Davakrisha Nanurundha Samantataha Janotkare Swapati Sati. When the crowd of Gopas were sleeping, they were extremely sleeping, Tatra Bhavacharana. Now, in that particular river bank, when they had taken refuge at your lotus feet, Akshame Vrajitum Vrajamandiram, unable to return to the house of Vrindavanam. See, now in this particular Dashakam, two other Dashakams, we were concentrating on Kaliya. Now Kaliya has been asked to go to a dvipam called Ramanakam. He said Krishna has assured that Garuda will do no harm to you, and we know the reason, because Shankha Chakra Mudra has fallen on the Panam. Now that is gone. Now the Gopas were extremely happy. They started rejoicing that moment. That particular night they had to stay there. Why? Tatra bhavat charanashraye. They were seeking refuge at your feet. It was not a normal sleep. Charanashraye. They sought refuge at your feet. Akshame vrajitum vrajamandiram. Unable to return to the house and the normal lives in Vrindavanam. Vrajitu vrajamandiram. Why? Punaha nishi yeva tamasa. On account of darkness. There was lot of darkness around. At the same time, what happened that night? Davakrishanu arundha samantataha. There suddenly came a forest fire. There was darkness because it was night. Suddenly that forest fire was observed. Davakrishanu arundha samantataha. We have been observing that forest fire cases, it does occur in certain pockets of Bharat Desham. Very notoriously, it had appeared in some parts of the west coast of the US. So there was sudden forest fire. So when forest fire catches, it catches the neighborhoods very quickly, and that too if houses are constructed from lumber, it will catch very fast. So So that's the reason that forest fires were always traditionally feared. Forest fire is not a new phenomenon. It existed for a very long time. Davakrishanuhu arundha samantataha. Forest fire started spreading around. So what happened to that forest fire? Prabudhitanath palaya palayet yudayatartaravan pashupalakan avitumashu papath mahanalam kimiha chitramayam khalute mukham avitum pashupalakan. In order to save the cowherds, atha prabudhitan. By that time there was an awakening. Udayadartharavana. There were cries, loud cries. What were these cries? Because of the forest fire. Iti palaya, palaya. Krishna, we have nobody else. We can only seek asylum at your feet. You are the one who can protect us. Iti palaya, palaya. Sharanagati. See, throughout Ramayanam, Bhagavatam, Bharatam, wherever you see important characters, important junctures, there will be Sharanagati, Nyasa Vidya, Palaya, 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 iti. They all kept shouting, protect us, Krishna, save us, Krishna. Tvam Ashu, Papatha Mahanalam. At that point in time, what Krishna did? He said, see, don't worry, there is fire, right, Krishna? There is no time for speaking. There is fire, right? Yes, Krishna. Close your eyes. Krishna, just because we close our eyes when the fire go, I said close your eyes. They all closed. Krishna swallowed the fire. So it says, Ashu papatha mahanalam. Papatha, he drank. See, on the contrary, we must have seen, certain of these shows where these youngsters go of colleges and schools. You see, they'll consume a certain liquid and then they will blow it up like that. So there will be a funnel-like fire appearing. So the fire appears there. Here Krishna consumed the fire. Papatha mahanalam. Kim chitram iha. What wonder is this? Can anybody drink fire? You ask somebody, what would you want to drink? Coffee, tea, Horlicks, Bonvita, Boost. This is all we ask. What will Krishna ask? Give me fire, I'll drink. So he drinks fire. He is different. Akashad Vayuhu, Vayor Agni. Agni is one of the Panchabhutas, but that stays within his mouth. We say Mukhamapi Dahano, that fire stays within the mouth. Kim Chitramiha. What wonder is this? Ayam Khalu, Te Mukham. That fire is your very mouth. So Bhattatri says the truth. Mukhamapi Dahano, that fire is your very mouth. Then Bhattatri continues. Shikhini varnata eva hi pitata parilasatyadhuna kriyayapyasau iti nutah pashupair muditair vibho harahare duritaihi sahame gadan. Varnataha eva hi, that particular color, varnataha, that color, that yellow, pitata bhavati shikhini, there is a yellowness associated with the fire. Adhuna asau parilasati. Now, the same fire shines, kriyaya api. See, there is a difference. One, you are telling a certain quality of fire. It is yellow. How is it associated with us? There he says, asau parilasati, kriyaya api, with an action as well. How one pitata, fire has yellowness. One, it has another kriya. What is that kriya? He says, iti nutaha muditaihi pashupaihi. The gopas, they all were rejoicing. He vibho hare harame gadan saha duritaihi. See, shikhini varnata eva hi pitata. The beauty of Bhattatri is, when we say pitatvam, it has got yellowness. What does it mean? It means fire has that color. The other meaning is it is drinkable. But the drinkable meaning was not applied generally because nobody had seen people drinking fire. Only when Krishna consumed the fire, Bhattatri says, people understood, in the dictionary I have seen pitatvam, fire has pitatvam, which does not mean only yellow, but it also means one which is drinkable. So thereby Krishna proved the dictionary meaning that fire is also drinkable. Shikhini varnata evahi pitata parilasat yadhuna kriyayapyasau iti nutaha. Thereby, Krishna was being praised. So here he says, Harame Gadan Sahaduritaihi, eradicate my ailments, as a result of which, because I am suffering. When you can drink fire for the cause of the Gopas, why can't you remove this ailment, this particular disease from me? Bhattatri pleads.
Life is a learning. Every day is a learning. So why stop? We are very happy to present Ramayana Pariksha RAP 2025. This is being organized by our trust, Dashikadaya. It is an online examination. All that you have to do is to read the book Ramayanam Volume 1 that I have authored, and 2, register for the exam. It is happening on the 22nd of June 2025. Exciting prizes. And the biggest prize is reading the Ramayana and answering the questions. Age no bar, geography no bar. So why stop? Register soon. Namaskar.
कल्याणरूपाय कलौ जनानां कल्याणदात्रे करुणासुधाब्दे कंवादिदिव्यायुधसत्कराय वातालयाधीश नमो नमस्ते। नारायण 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 नारायण